We are back with another UFC Fight Night from Des Moines, Iowa, with a main event between Cory Sandhagen and Deiveson Figueiredo. In this video we will go over every fight on this card and see which fighters are picked the most by the UFC Prediction Channels on YouTube. But also which ones are picked the most by the best predictors, by the Tapology Community, and what the average odds are for each fighter. So let's get started with the first fight of the night. The first fight of the night is between Juliana Miller and Ivana Petrović in the women's flyweight division. Ivana Petrović is the favorite with minus 235 in average odds and the underdog Juliana Miller with plus 190. Petrović is the big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 92%, and most are expecting that she will win via decision. And she's also a very big favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels with 67 out of 74 for 90.5%. And the best predictors, the best favorite and best underdog predictors over the last 10 months all predict that Ivana Petrović wins this fight. As a quick reminder, or for those new to the channel, the best predictor channels are highlighted in green. Dark green means they had a 7% or higher return on investment over the past 10 months, while light green means their ROI was below 7%. I also track the best predictors for favorites and underdogs separately. Best favorite predictors have the highest ROI based only on their picks for betting favorites, and best underdog predictors had the highest ROI based only on their picks for underdogs. For a full breakdown of the best predictors, check out the 10 months results video. The second fight of the night is between Moines and Petersen in the heavyweight division. Petersen is the favorite with minus 260 and with plus 205 Moines the underdog. In picks by the Tapology Community, Petersen is the favorite with 81% and most are predicting he will win via decision. And he's even a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels with 66 out of 77 channels picking him to win for 85.7%. When we look at the best predictors over the last 10 months, they all pick Petersen to win, and also the best favorite predictors and the best underdog predictors. So, looks to be a rough night for Moines. The next fight is in the bantamweight division between Gaston Bolaños and Quang. The slight favorite is Gaston Bolaños with minus 145 in average odds, and Quang the slight underdog with plus 120. Although Bolaños is the slight favorite, he is a big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 85%, and most are expecting he will win via a decision. He's also a big favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels with 65 channels out of 78 predicting he will win for 83%. The best predictors, highlighted in green, pick Gaston 9 out of 11. And the best predictors on favorite fighters and odds pick the favorite Gaston 7 out of 9. And Quang, the underdog, is picked by the best underdog predictors 2 out of 11. So they don't have much faith in this underdog. Up next, we have a fight in the women's strawweight division between Mariana Rodriguez and Gillian Robertson. With minus 320 in average odds, Gillian Robertson is a pretty big favorite. And with plus 250, Mariana Rodriguez the underdog. The Tapology Community agree with the odds makers, and 82% of them pick Gillian Robertson to win, and most are expecting she will win via decision or a submission. And she's even a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels, with 70 channels out of 78 picking her to win for 90%. But she's even a bigger favorite in picks by the best predictors and the best favorite predictors, and they pick her 100% with 11 out of 11 and 9 out of 9. Do any of the best underdog predictors have faith in the underdog Mariana? Well, only 1 out of 11 picked her to win. So, looks to be a rough night for Mariana Rodriguez according to the odds makers, Tapology Community and the YouTube Prediction Channels. Up next, we go to the middleweight division for a fight between Azamat Bekoev and Ryan Loder. And Azamat Bekoev is the big favorite with minus 410 in average odds, and Ryan Loder the underdog with plus 310. Azamat is also the big favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 85%, and most are expecting he will win via decision or a KO TKO. And we see the same results in picks by the YouTube Prediction Channels. 67 out of 77 pick him to win for 87%. And again, he's also the big favorite in picks by the best predictors and the best favorite predictors with 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 9. And none of the best underdog predictors have picked the underdog Ryan Loder to win. And just like the previous 4 fights, we see again that one fighter is the huge favorite in picks. If you enjoy the content and find it helpful or informative, then don't forget to like this video or subscribe. Thank you so much. The future prelim fight is in the women's bantamweight division between Yana Santos and Miesha Tate. And Miesha Tate is the slight favorite with minus 140 in average odds, and with plus 115 Yana Santos the underdog. Tate is also the favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 75%, and most are expecting she will win via decision. But when we look at the picks from the YouTube prediction channels, we see a different result. And it's exactly even in picks. Both fighters are picked 37 times out of 74 for 50%. What about the best predictors? Well, it's also basically even. But for now, Yana Santos is the slight favorite with 6 out of 11. And the favorite fighter in odds, Miesha Tate, is picked by the best favorite predictors 4 out of 9. And the underdog, Yana Santos, is picked by the best underdog predictors 7 out of 11. So, in conclusion, Yana Santos is the underdog in odds and in picks by the Tapology Community, but the best predictors disagree with them and Yana Santos is the favorite. Opening up the main card, we have a fight in the lightweight division between Jeremy Stephens and Mason Jones. And Mason Jones is a huge favorite in average odds with minus 580, making him the biggest favorite on this card. And with plus 415, Jeremy Stephens is a big underdog. 79% of the Tapology Community have picked Mason Jones to win this fight. And most are expecting he will win via KO, TKO or a decision. Jones is a bigger favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 66 out of 74 channels predict he will win for 89%. But in picks by the best predictors over the last 10 months, Jones is a lesser big favorite and he's picked by 7 out of 10 channels. And his pick percentage gets even lower when we look at the best favorite predictors. Only 5 out of 9 predict he will win for 55%. What about the best underdog predictors? Well, they picked the underdog Jeremy Stephens 2 out of 10. The next fight is in the bantamweight division between Cameron Smotherman and Serhiy. And this fight is pretty close in average odds. Serhiy is the slight favorite with minus 135 and with plus 115 Cameron Smotherman the slight underdog. Although Cameron is the underdog, he's the favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 72%. And most of them are expecting he will win via decision. He's also the favorite, although not so big, in picks by the YouTube prediction channels, with 43 out of 78 channels predicting he will win for 55%. But he's a bigger favorite in picks by the best predictors over the last 10 months, with 8 out of 11 for 73%. The favorite Serhiy is picked by the best favorite predictors only 3 out of 9. And the best underdog predictors are picking the underdog Cameron Smotherman 8 out of 11. So they have a lot of faith in this underdog. The next fight is also in the bantamweight division between Montel Jackson and Daniel Marcos. Montel Jackson is the favorite with minus 205 and with plus 165 Daniel Marcos the underdog. 76% of the Tapology Community picked Montel Jackson to win and most are expecting he will win via KO, TKO or a decision. And we see the same results in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 60 out of 77 predict he will win for 78%. He's a slightly less favorite in picks by the best predictors with 7 out of 10. And the best predictors on favorite fighters in odds pick him 7 out of 9. And the best underdog predictors pick the underdog Daniel Marcos 3 out of 10. Want to stay ahead with the latest picks, odds and stats for all fights while supporting the channel? Consider becoming a Buy Me a Coffee member or a Patreon supporter. After this video, every Friday and Saturday I update the latest stats with newly added picks from all UFC prediction channels, the best predictors and the most profitable favorite and underdog predictors. Updated odds, track how the betting lines shift daily. Tapology stats, see if the MMA community's picks are changing. Support the channel and get exclusive daily updates. Links are in the description. I'd really appreciate it. The next one is in the welterweight division between Santiago Ponzinibbio and Daniel Rodriguez. And this fight is the closest in average odds on this card. And during the week the odds have flipped and now Santiago Ponzinibbio is the tiny favorite with minus 115 and Daniel Rodriguez the underdog with minus 106. Although the fight is pretty close in odds, Santiago is a decent favorite with 69% of the picks by the Tapology Community. And most are expecting he will win via decision or a KO TKO. And in picks by the YouTube prediction channels, it's basically even. Rodriguez is picked by one channel more for 39 out of 77. What do the best predictors have to say about this fight? Well, most of them think Daniel Rodriguez will win with 8 out of 11 for 73%. And because this fight is so close in odds and also the underdog and favorite flip during the week, we can kind of ignore the best favorite and underdog predictors. But they have it 7 out of 9 and 9 out of 11 for Daniel Rodriguez. Then, for the co-main event, we go to the middleweight division for a fight between Reinier de Ridder and Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel is the favorite with minus 335 in average odds and Reinier de Ridder the underdog with plus 255. Although Reinier de Ridder is the underdog, he is the favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 56%, and most are expecting he will win, mostly via submission or a decision. And the 44% that picked Bo Nickel expect him to win via decision. The YouTube prediction channels disagree with the Tapology Community and agree with the odds makers. And Bo Nickel is the favorite with 60 out of 79 channels predicting he will win for 76%. And the same with the best predictors over the last 10 months. 8 out of 11 for 73% pick Bo Nickel. And also the best favorite predictors pick the favorite Bo Nickel 8 out of 9. Some of the best underdog predictors see some value in Reinier de Ridder, the underdog, with 4 out of 11. And then, the last fight of the night, the main event of the evening, is between Cory Sandhagen and Deiveson Figueiredo in the bantamweight division. And Cory Sandhagen is the big favorite with minus 550 in average odds, and Deiveson Figueiredo with plus 375, the underdog. Sandhagen is the favorite in picks by the Tapology Community with 80%, and most are expecting he will win via decision. But he's a huge favorite in picks by the YouTube prediction channels. 74 out of 78 or 95% are picking Cory Sandhagen to win this fight against Deiveson Figueiredo. And he's also a huge favorite in picks by the best predictors and the best favorite predictors over the last 10 months with 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 9. And the best underdog predictors pick the underdog Deiveson Figueiredo 2 out of 10 for 20%. What are some potential good betting opportunities on this card? The first one is Ivana Petrović. She is the favorite with minus 235 in average odds, but is picked 100% by the best predictors and the best favorite predictors. And we see the same thing for Thomas Petersen. He's also the favorite, although a slightly bigger one with minus 260, but he's also picked 100% by the best predictors and the best favorite predictors. The next one is Gaston Bolaños. He is a small favorite with minus 145, but he is a big favorite in picks by the best predictors and the best favorite predictors with 9 out of 11 and 7 out of 9. The next one is Cameron Smotherman. He is a slight underdog with plus 115, but he is the favorite in picks by the best predictors with 8 out of 11 and also the best underdog predictors with 8 out of 11. And the last best potential betting opportunity on this card is Daniel Rodriguez. The fight is basically even in odds, but he is the favorite in picks by the best predictors with 8 out of 11 and even a bigger favorite in picks by the best favorite predictors with 7 out of 9. So, what do you think about these best betting opportunities? Do you also have some good ones to share? Let us know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this overview of all the fight picks. If you found it helpful, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to support the channel while getting exclusive updates, consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a member on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much for watching, have an awesome weekend, enjoy the fights, and I will see you in the next video.